What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Fortnite. The Perk Recombobulator has come, and there's been all sorts of talk about how to reroll into those perfect weapons. Now, there has not been a ton of mention about traps, and of course this is an action defense game, so traps are a critical part of the game, and you're going to want to make sure to re-perk your traps properly. Now, first off, thank you very much to DestinySilvade for putting together all the math over in Reddit. I will put a link in the description to Destiny's full post down below. Now, when we take a look at traps, we want to think of a few different things. First off, do you want your traps to deal a lot of burst damage, and you're not as concerned with the downtime? The problem here is you get those big hard hits, but then you might have that smasher just walk right on through and your trap is down and does absolutely nothing. Do you want to focus your traps on maximizing the DPS, which means we would add some reload speed into the mix and keep that uptime going? And do you want to just take all RNG out of the mix and focus on a straight up damage, no crit build? Now, when looking at our traps, we essentially have three different types. We've got affliction traps, like the ceiling gas trap. We've got our damaging traps, like the ceiling electric field. And then we've got our physics related traps, like the launchers. Now, with launchers into consideration, I personally do have problems with durability periodically. However, I am very focused on reload and impact. I want my impact and knockback to be as much as possible, and I want to have multiple reload perks. So in my mind, the perfect launcher setup is going to be double reload and double impact. Now, by all means, play around with that, find the mix that's right for you. Don't want to ever have to replace your traps, then by all means throw some durability in the mix, and that will help that go a long way. Now, taking a look at the affliction traps, the ceiling gas trap. The absolute best way to roll the ceiling gas trap for maximum DPS is going to be with 3 damage perks and 1 reload perk. Of course, we're talking about the perks that are located directly in the middle, these middle 4, as those are the ones we will have the most control over. So as you see here, I've got double damage and I've got double reload. Now, the reason I personally did that is I am all about having 100% uptime on my ceiling gas traps. We do know that the ceiling gas trap affliction lasts for 6 seconds, and with double reload it gives me a 5.9 second reload time, meaning that I can have that affliction up on mobs 100% of the time if they are standing under the ceiling gas trap. Now, once again, the way to maximize this would be for me to reroll one of these reload speeds over to damage instead. I'm going to get the most damage with not 100% uptime, but I will maximize the overall DPS of my gas trap. On the same note, if you wanted to go just a raw damage build and you wanted those burst numbers and you weren't as concerned with downtime, you could go one of two ways. You can go with double crit rating and double crit damage, or you could go with crit rating, damage, and then double crit damage like these. Now, as Destiny mentioned in the post, the absolute best way to maximize your effectiveness on your defenses would be to go crit rating, double crit damage, and reload speed. So for me to make this ceiling electric field perfect, I would want to roll this damage off over to reload speed if it was available. Hopefully this helps everyone out and helps how to understand how to re-perk your traps better. Once again, by all means, play around with the perks. The beauty of the Perk Recombobulator is you get to mess around with stuff and try out different things. So find the trap setup that is right for you and have a great time with it. So thank you for watching. Click that like button and please subscribe, and I will be back soon with some more Fortnite. Thanks again. I'll see you next time.